I mean, I've never been a mother, obviously, but like there is, and I don't know how long had the twins been born. I don't know what he said,
I think they're
but
probably quite young.
right. So like she's probably going through this postpartum thing, right? Where she's
Yes.
also not even only just unhappy with her appearance and her looks, she's like mourning her old self, her
Yes.
old body, her
100%.
and that's a very emotional place to be in.
Oh,
So
it's awful.
and
I
exactly,
mean,
I can't even imagine.
it's a very difficult place to be, because on the one hand you're really happy if you
Right.
have this child, these children, but you kind of do bear the scars, and you will forever bear those scars. You know, some people bounce back more than others, but you're different in some way. You
Yeah.
know, I know a lot of my friends who are very, very skinny and have always been very skinny, but they've got lots of stretch marks.
Mm-hmm.
For some reason, I never got any stretch marks, even though I was
Great
ginormous.
skin.
Yeah, I mean, lots of
Bio
layers
oil.
of stuff. Yeah, I put so much stuff on. But, you know, everyone has some kind of
Yeah.
uh I hate to say scar, because children are not that to me, but you have some evidence that it happened,
Right.
you know? And it's a really difficult thing to come to terms with,
Yeah.
that you will never be the same again. And there's also the issue, if you gave birth to these children naturally, that's another whole thing.
Well, it's just again, it's twins.
It's twins.
And
It's
it's
a
so much
huge
to
thing.
deal with.
Huge thing. And then
All of a sudden.
you are, you know, I know men think that women are illogical, and there are at times we are. I wouldn't
Yeah.
say on the whole, because that's really a huge generalization, but hormones can do really funny things to you, as
Yeah.
we all know. And if she is feeling depressed, postpartum, any of these things, it will make her feel it's irrational.
Mm-hmm.
And if I really feel for the guy, actually, because it's a really difficult time, but I'm not entirely sure he's going to be able to navigate this on his own. I think that,
Well,
you
because
know,
he said that she didn't talk to him for 2 whole days.
yeah, and
Like, how do you make it better?
it's so extreme. I really, the problem that could happen here is her emotions and hormones and everything could take over so much that she drives him down a hole that he's just like, well, and sort of you, and
Yeah.
I don't want to. I've tried,
Right.
and that is a kind of logical response. But somebody has to be the grown up here,
Yeah.
I'm afraid, and he has to realize she is not totally dealing with a full deck at the moment, if that makes sense.
Yeah, she's not her total self. She's
Yeah. And
yeah.
he's done, you know, he's obviously, like I said, it's a really sweet thing to do. He has been listening. He's very, very worried. You can see him Googling, can't you, what to do, kind of thing.
Well, so let me ask you, because obviously
Mm.
you've been through
Go on
not
then.
this, but
Ask
you know,
me.
like like at your largest after you had your children, and they were girls too, and girls make you even fatter than
They do.
boys do
Yeah.
for whatever reason. They
Yeah.
suck the soul out of you.
Yeah.
And
They do.
they do. And so at your largest, if your husband was like had come up to you, let's say it was a year later, I don't know how long it's been, and you still feel like shit, and he was like, we're gonna solve this problem, I love you so much, here's a tummy tuck coupon.
I'm not sure I would have been all that impressed. I mean, the thing is, I didn't have.
You would have been
I
like,
was
what the
just
fuck?
fat. I just needed to go on a diet. I didn't have extra layers. The tummy tuck wouldn't have really helped, right? And I did, and I
Well,
got
if
a
he was like,
personal
here's
trainer.
lipo, here's a lipo gift card.
Yeah, it's so difficult for me to answer, because he's just not like that. He just wouldn't say that.
Right.
And he would be so careful. Like, he knows, like, you know, when you do that thing where you go, so how do I look in this? And he kind of goes, yeah, great. Like he never says the thing.
Right.
You know, like, you say, oh, I think this makes me look fat. And he's like, no, this is a trick question, right? And he'll say that. He's like, no, it looks great.
He's not an idiot.
Yeah, he's not an idiot. He never falls down the hole, because he's just like, it looks great. Or I say to him, what do you think about my skin? I'm using this new this cream or something like that, or new foundation on you. And he's like, yeah, it's very glowy. He has no idea. It looks exactly the same as far as he's concerned. He's like, yeah, it's really glowy. Because he knows if he says, I can't tell, then I'll
Yeah.
be like, oh my God, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
And if I say the opposite, like, he can't win.
Yeah. So you just agree
he's
and
been
say yes.
around a long time, and he gets it. And so I don't think he would do it. But I It's a good question. I think I might have been a bit like, oh, like, you've been telling me. So basically, your feeling as a woman is, so you've been telling me I'm really beautiful and that I look great, and I'm this beautiful woman who's giving you these babies, but you're offering me this, which means you obviously didn't really mean that. You were saying that just to make me feel better, right? That's the way a woman's mind works.
Well, because it's kind of a thing. Because if I were to be like, oh my God, like, I hate all my clothes, I wish I knew clothes, or like something stupid like that. And then the guy was like, well, why don't I take you shopping?
Yeah, you'd
That's
be fine
a
with it.
completely different
You'd
thing.
be like, great,
Exactly.
let's go.
Let's go. Oh, thanks,
Yeah.
babe. That's so
Yeah.
sweet of you to even
Yeah.
notice or ask or tell me that. Yes. Instead of him being like, oh no, babe, all your clothes are so nice. I'd be like,
Yeah.
no, they're not. Take me shopping.
Or if he said, which once has happened to me, as somebody I know, where she was putting on this jacket and her husband was there, and I have to say he's a bit of a dick. And
This is your friend?
She's sort of somebody I know. She's not really a friend.
Acquaintance.
Like, when you have, especially when you have kids, you sort of have acquaintances, you know other mums or whatever. So
Sure.
I was somewhere and she's putting on this jacket. I don't know, she's going somewhere, skiing somewhere. I don't know what she was doing. And she's putting on this jacket and the husband goes, she's like, oh, this looks okay. And I'm like, yeah, that looks fine. And he goes, no, it's too small. Thanks so much for listening. Please rate and review this podcast and follow us on social at Sharing My Truth Pod, and leave us a voicemail on our website at sharingmytruth.com to share your stories and experiences with us. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.